Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back yet again with another video. Welcome to the channel. Welcome if you are new. Hey, if you're returning. I am a narcissist abuse coach and I help people heal, move on, and recover after dealing with a narcissist. My personal experience has been I've been dealing with narcissists since 2010, and since 2016 I have been helping people overcome narcissistic abuse. So I do have a question, and I think it's really good because I know I haven't really talked about it as often, but I know I always share my experience about talking to someone after dealing with narcissistic abuse, although they didn't actually specialize in narcissistic abuse, but it was good for a listening ear, good for me to kind of vent and let it out. But it wasn't really that helpful because they never dealt with a narcissist before, so they couldn't really relate like that. So today's topic, I want to talk about how to find the right therapist or counselor who specializes in NPD abuse, which is narcissistic personality disorder abuse. So basically, if you have been a victim and a survivor of someone that is dealing with narcissistic personality disorder, you've been victimized. So now my personal experience, like, as I said, I talked to someone, I guess she was kind of like a counselor, and she just listened to me talk about my experience dealing with a narcissist. I did feel judged. I definitely felt judged. I did not really feel like she understood me. I felt like she was listening, but listening more so like kind of, I don't know, it just maybe like condemning or saying like, hey, well, how could you have been so dumb? Maybe that wasn't, it probably wasn't that, but that's the energy that I felt. But what I would recommend if you are looking for a therapist or a counselor is, you really want to talk to someone that has actually experienced narcissistic abuse, because again, they could validate your experience. They've been through it, so they could relate, they'll understand, and they can help you to get over it, help you to move on, help you to heal, because they've been there, they've done that. Now if you're wondering what's the difference between the two, so therapist is someone that's skilled in a particular area. They treat psychological issues. A counselor is someone that's trained to give guidance in personal, social, and psychological problems. Now myself, I consider myself to be a coach, not necessarily a life coach. I guess a life coach in certain areas, but I would just say a narcissist abuse coach, because I would be coaching you first off how to understand narcissistic abuse, how to handle them, how to stay away from them, and how to move on and heal and recover. So I'll be kind of telling you not only about my experience, and I tell you about other people's experience, but I'll show you, and guide you on how you can move on and get into another relationship if that's what you want, or just be successful and happy in life, after dealing with abuse. So that's kind of like what I do. So basically, from time to time I do counsel, but I don't consider myself a counselor. I don't consider myself a therapist either. Just because I really have had my experience based off of life experience dealing with, living with my aunt for 5 years, even while living with my aunt, being in a connection with a guy that was a narcissist for 4 years, and working with a borderline for 4 months, but a coach is someone who counsels, or I guess you could say, quote unquote, a life coach is someone, they encourage their clients on a matter having to do with careers or personal challenges, which a personal challenge would be, overcoming an abusive relationship, which is what a lot of us, if you're subscribed to my channel, you probably dealt with a narcissist, or you had a tough challenge with relationships, family, friends, or whatever the case is. So I do hope that this was helpful. And the other thing is, talk to someone that you can relate to, someone that you feel that has experience, somebody that you can trust, and somebody that can show that they have helped other people, which is great. And do your research, do the research that you got to do. If you want to find someone online, that's cool. If you want to find someone in your area, that's cool as well. I know I have a lot of people that find me online or they find me in the area. But I'm not a therapist and I'm not a counselor. I don't consider myself a counselor, but I do help people with narcissistic abuse. That's what I do. I'm specialized in that because that's what I've been through. That's my life experience, so but yeah, do your research and get someone that's genuine, that's really gonna work with you, not just trying to get benefit from it, but actually really help you improve your life and want to see you be successful, want to see you be great, want to see you do great things. Because not necessarily about the counselor or the therapist, it's really about you. But I mean, they're just there for a guide. They're there to kind of help you along the journey, along the way. And you just want to make sure that that person is who they say they are. So I hope that this video was helpful. And I do think this is a really good topic that I know I hadn't really touched on, just because I know I always talk about what I went through after going no contact with the narcissist. Like I said, I didn't really have anybody to talk to. I mean, I had, family and certain friends of mine that I consider to be my friends even to this day. And I would talk to them and share my story about dealing with the narcissist, and they would listen to me, very sweet people. But at the end of the day, they didn't go through it. They never experienced it. So, I mean, they could listen, they could sympathize, they can empathize, but until you actually go through it, then you don't really know, you know what I mean? And that was the same thing with I think she was like a counselor, like a teacher assistant counselor or something. I don't know. I think she was maybe like a year or two younger, and I don't know. It was just more so like when I was talking to her, I felt like she was just staring at me, and I'm just like, is this how this is supposed to go? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just felt like this is not the right fit, So, and sometimes you may get that way. Like, let's say if you do have a therapist or you do have a counselor, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you just feel like it's not working out or nothing is happening. I mean, I definitely, will tell you, don't give up. Keep at it, because really, having someone by your side is really gonna help you to heal. They're gonna, whether it's a therapist, it's a counselor, or a coach, like myself, we're gonna hold you accountable, because at the end of the day, yeah, we make mistakes, but at the end of the day, what are you gonna do after those mistakes? Yeah, we may go back into contacting the narcissist, but what are you gonna do going forward? And you need that guidance and that support, and that's what those type of fields are for. And also what I like about being a narcissist abuse coach is I like to show people their potential, like to really dive deep and to show them like what's possible, what they're capable of, because I used to be that person. I didn't know my potential. I didn't even know what I was capable of. So when we have that kind of transformation, and I kind of help a person or one of my clients see that different perspective, that to me is always a great feeling, or just even understanding narcissistic abuse, or understanding how to deal with or how to cope, So, but yeah, I didn't want to make this video too long, but I hope that this was helpful. If you are looking for a therapist or a counselor or a coach, like I said, go online, do your research. They also have some in Facebook groups too, if you guys are looking for a therapist, counselor, or coach. Mental health organizations definitely is helpful. You can try even on Instagram, YouTube as well. And also, like I said, try in your area, like if you feel more comfortable talking to someone like in your local area, or if you want to go online, that's cool too. But just do what's best for you. I'm trying to see if I'm leaving anything out in regards to finding someone that specializes in NPD. But yeah, and ask as many questions, get to know your therapist, get to know your counselor, get to know your coach, don't feel afraid. Don't feel like you're a burden, or like that they're bigger and better than they used to be in your shoes. Just like myself, like I used to be in your shoes. Like if you're struggling with, dealing with narcissistic abuse, you're struggling to leave, you're struggling to overcome, you're struggling to move on. I used to be there, so there's no way do I look down on anyone at all, because I was there too, so I'm always grateful. But anyway, that's enough, you guys. I hope you enjoy this. I would love to hear your feedback if there's anything that I missed. I'd love to know how you guys find your therapist, counselor, or coach. I love to hear. And also, I'm gonna start giving you guys homework. Hope that's okay with y'all. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna just kind of maybe even kind of give you guys a little snippet. I would encourage you guys, if you have like some free time, if you want to like start journaling about your healing process after dealing with narcissists, just kind of do like a day to day if you can, or maybe like maybe every week or every 2 weeks or every month. Just kind of jot down like how you're feeling, what's going on inside of you, what's coming up for you, because I think it's good to just kind of journal out your healing process. I personally didn't do that, but I think that's really good just to kind of see like where you was and how far you've come, you know what I mean? So if you guys do that, let me know. I love to hear that. I remember like kind of jotting a few things down, but I didn't do like a day to day, like my process on, my recovery. But also I was going to let you guys know I do have a free PDF, which is actually going to help all of us kind of journal and write down all of our thoughts after healing, after dealing with a narcissist. Because I think it's good, because sometimes you can't really say what you want to say, but you can write it down, so I think that's good. So anyway, and yes, if there are any topics, you guys, please feel free to leave them in a comment box below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. And if you guys like my content, you want to support my channel, please feel free to donate at Cashapp, $CoachJoy510, or at PayPal, which is at livenarcfree9@gmail.com, or you can also do it via Zelle. Anything and everything is always appreciated. It doesn't matter how much it is. I'm thankful. And thank you to those of you that have already donated. Really appreciate it. And yeah, and be on the lookout for more courses and group coaching program to come. And if you guys have not already, make sure that you subscribe to my email list, and you will get notified on any new events and things that I'm doing. Other than that, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.